Rabat, and the first female candidates in Kuwait, young techies in Jeddah, daring journalists in Beirut and Casablanca, and brave writers and businessmen in Damascus. For all, peaceful empowerment has become the preferred means of making political decisions and producing change. The tiny minority willing to go out and kill has had such impact in part because there have been so few other political ideas and activists in the region offering alternatives. Now, increasingly, there are. A trend struggling for decades to take root has finally begun, and, I stress, only begun, to have impact. Impatience and frustration fueled by education, technology, and the miracles of instant media, demographics, globalization, and change elsewhere in the world have altered the equation. The Mujahideen, or holy warriors, have long dominated the headlines. Today, however, the so-called Bijamahadeen, or pajama warriors, are increasingly capturing the public imagination too. They campaign for change not with bombs on battlefields, but from laptops at home. Websites and blogs have become the 21st century chroniclers of police crackdowns, human rights abuses, and election irregularities. In countries where I once sought out clandestine cells, I now also look for computer nerds. So, tellingly, are government security forces. Some of the Pajamahideen have already gone to prison. Governments have a new kind of opponent, said Egyptian blogger Wael Abbas. His blog has posted cell phone videos of police brutality, including one of a detainee writhing in pain as he was sodomized by police with a broomstick. Started in 2004, Abbas's blog was getting up to 30,000 hits a day and up to 45,000 during a crisis by 2007. We are not bound by government rules like the political parties. We can use the language of freedom, he told me. We offer an alternative voice, especially for the young. The issue in the Middle East is no longer whether to engage in political transformation. The issue today is how to get there. In the Arab world, the status quo is not sustainable, reflected Marwan Mushar, a former Jordanian foreign minister who became a World Bank vice president. What worked 40 years ago, when the state could decide things and expect people to follow, does not work now. Unless the state is responsive and aware, it is in for major trouble. Pressure is now mounting on virtually every Middle East regime. Even the conservative Gulf sheikdoms have had to respond, albeit in the smallest feasible steps. Saudi Arabia held its first male-only elections for local councils in 2005, while Kuwait's parliament ended a long boycott and finally granted women the rights to vote and run for office in 2006. Regimes are increasingly unable to deliver what they promised or protect their people. And they certainly provide no direction for the future, explained Nadir Said, a Palestinian pollster and political sociologist. Mix that with a constituency that is more demanding and more aware and more in search of rights. Most in the Arab world now think they deserve better. Regimes have been forced to adopt the language of democracy, whatever their real intentions or conniving to prevent it. The definition publicly embraced in the Middle East is the same as it is everywhere else, reflected in the Alexandria statement produced at a meeting of 165 civil society leaders and government officials from 18 Muslim countries at Egypt's rebuilt Alexandria Library in 2004. When we talk of democratic systems, we mean, without ambiguity, genuine democracy. This may differ in form and shape from one country to another due to cultural or historical variations. But the essence of democracy remains the same. Democracy refers to a system where freedom is the paramount value that ensures actual sovereignty of the people, and government by the people through political pluralism, leading to transfer of power. Democracy is based in respect.